What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast. I'm your boy, John, along with Braxton and Eddie. How y'all doing today, fellas?
So man, feeling good this week. Great week to be at. Hear me?
Oh, Lord, we understand why. We're going to get to that in a few. But without further ado, man, we're going to go ahead and get into this Monday Night Football. We actually recording this not too long after the games ended, so first night pod in a while. We can go ahead and get into that. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. So we had some good Monday night football games today. We had the Broncos facing the Bengals, and we had the Dolphins facing the Jets. Which two of those games, or not two, but which one of those games interested y'all the most, and what was y'all biggest takeaway? We're gonna get to one of them in a minute, but what was y'all big takeaways?
Um,
Go ahead.
Me personally, I mean, those games, they weren't like games that stand off on a schedule. I mean, stand out on the schedule, as games that's much watch, like the Chiefs and the Ravens, or like the Eagles and you know the Bucks or something like that. But in reality, from the Dolphins and Jets game, I just felt like, I kind of thought that the Jets had a chance to win, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot all night with penalties and turnovers. So they were always behind the eight ball, and they could never really get going until it was basically too late. I don't understand. I mean, I understand that the Jets feel like they got a good running game and stuff like that, but I think that they need to throw Justin Fields in the fire a little more as far as him passing, because from what I've seen with him passing the ball, he's been a pretty good passer in the games that we've seen from him against the Steelers and tonight. That ball to Garrett Wilson in the end zone was a good ball, and I think that he has improved from as a passer from the last time we seen him both in Chicago and with the Steelers. As far as the Bengals and the Broncos go, um, I mean, we seen what's to be expected of the Bengals. I mean, without Joe Burrow, their offense just isn't the same. It don't even look like they're running the same, kind of concepts as they would with Joe Burrow. And their offense, they already can't run the ball, never really could, even with Joe Burrow there. And now with him gone, they can't run the ball, and relying on Jake Browning to make, plays with his arm, and he ain't no Joe Burrow, as we both know. So that's just my reaction from the first two games. But I definitely think that the Dolphins and Jets was more intriguing than the Bengals and the Broncos. And I just want to, before I go, I just want to send my prayers up to Tyreek Hill, man. He had a nasty injury tonight. It didn't look good. It looked like he's gonna be out for some time. So my prayers go out to him.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Tyreek, man. I hate to see injuries happening, especially to, somebody who is, beloved in our league, known to be one of the best wide receivers that we've seen in a long, long time, as far as just everything he brings to the game, as far as his speed. Definitely wishing him a speedy recovery. Hope he get back soon. With that game, I feel like the Jets aren't as bad as people think. I feel like they came out and scored the ball real well. I think the defense, without they had some key guys missing tonight. I think that played a big role in that game. But I do think the offense looked good with my boy Jay Fish. He get a lot of hate. Like John said, I think he looks good passing the ball, and we everybody know he can run the ball. So I feel like that's no soccer. So I feel like him coming out and throwing the ball just showed that was great signs for them and the coaching staff. As far as the other game, I mean that was very very much expected because the Bengals without Joe Burrow are a very low tier team without him. So, I mean, we saw what Jake Browner did last year. Even though he won breaks that game versus me in fantasy, he's very, very bad. And, he can't do nothing. He just went out there and just trying his best, but his best is not good at all. So, best of luck to them boys. And I saw right while his game was ending, Jamar and T just on the sideline just look so sad, bro. I feel so bad for them boys. 'Cause, like, they just got paid. And they thinking they finna go out, have a great year with Joe, and Joe not there, So I think like, they gotta have some question mark with him too, as far as what like, can he be healthy? Can he stay on the field with us? So I feel like that's something that's in the back of their mind. Like we go through this every year, so I know it gets frustrating for them for sure because when he's not there, the offense looks like this.
Yeah, I think it's very much a concern that, now Joe is out and the score is looking lopsided. I think in the future, hopefully he can be healthy for the whole season so they can really see their full potential. I mean, do y'all think that him being out for the time that he's going to be out is going to hurt their chances to make the playoffs?
Most definitely. I think that if he don't come back, good thing they won these two games early, so they have like a little bit of a wiggle room because they say he's expected to be back around Christmas. So I feel like, but if he come back, they got to win every game down there to make the playoffs. So, and they in the stack division as well. So I feel like the odds not in their favor. He not on the field, but I definitely think their playoff chances are very slim to none.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only thing I would say is, as far as the division, I mean, we're gonna get into this later, but Lamar got hurt yesterday, and the Ravens they don't look as good as we expected them to look either. So right now, I feel like it could be kind of wide open because we don't really expect much from the Browns, and who knows what the Steelers gonna be, even though they've looked good through what it is 3 or 4 weeks. So, um, yeah, but my thing is, bro, like if y'all know Joe Burrow got injury history, bro, why don't y'all go get a competent backup other than Jake Browning that could win y'all some games? Like I know y'all got confidence in him, bro, but like he ain't the one that's gonna get the job done, when Joe go down. And we seen over the course of some years that, it's very likely that Joe could miss significant time in the season. So why don't you go get you a backup that you feel confident that's gonna win you some games, and put you in a position to be, where you want to be when Joe comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I think those games that he's filled in the past kind of fooled them a little bit. Like they think, oh, they can get away with that, but honestly, you can't. So I think they do need to bring in somebody if they want to have a chance to really make the playoffs. They do need to bring in somebody.
Yeah, I say go trade for Jameis in New York. He ain't doing nothing but just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? He third on the depth chart, so that would be a good opportunity for him to, get his feet wet and kind of turn it around for him.
Yeah, or even Russ, since they benched him, might as well go get him.
Russ done, bro. Russ done for. He done. Sorry, his time has come.
Dang.
He said, "Dang, like he don't know that itself." But yeah, man. Moving on, we talked about. I just mentioned it. The Chiefs dominated the Ravens 37-10 yesterday on Sunday. It did not look good for the Ravens. The Chiefs looked like they were cooking on all cylinders. All, on offense with Worthy back, but Lamar got hurt with a hamstring injury for the Ravens, and it's probably gonna be expected that he's gonna miss some time. So are y'all worried about how the Ravens look right now?
I'm worried. Uh, I mean, at this point in the season, you already down some games, and like considering how you lost last season in a crushing fashion to come out, I think you come out with fire. Like I think you come out like really trying to win. And I feel like they've had struggles, some of that being on, Derrick Henry and the fumbles and all of those different things. But at the end of the day, I mean, I talked about it at the first game, after the first game of this season. I said, hey man, it might be time for a coaching change. And I think honestly, we get to a point where it makes sense. I mean, despite the things that's been going on, it's a team that's very like undisciplined and a team that doesn't seem like they know what they need to do as far as how to put wins together against those top tier teams. So I think I'm very concerned for them on the Chiefs aspect. I mean, Mahomes looked great. I'm not gonna lie. Like he looked great. He looked like I want to also congratulate him. He's the youngest quarterback to reach 250 touchdowns. Like he looked like his old self. And so, if he can continue to look like that, that's a scary sight with Rashee Rice coming back around the corner. So, hey, I know Eddie don't want to hear that, but he the GOAT. Well, the second GOAT, second GOAT, mini GOAT.
He is not the GOAT,
He
bro.
the mini
Tom
GOAT. He the
Brady. Tom
mini GOAT.
Brady is the GOAT. No debate. Now,
Of course.
he can work his way up if you win like he gotta win. He gotta win at just as many rings as Tom did. But I'm still not giving him GOAT in my opinion. No matter how good he looked, in your opinion. I don't think he looked amazing, as Brack said. He looked good. He looked all right. He did what he's supposed to do. But everybody else who played the Ravens has looked good. and because the defense is not good right now. So I don't think that's a fair accusation right now for him to just look amazing. He looked like Pat Mahomes that we used to. I do think that Worthy back definitely helped the offense. Kelsey still look bad. Their running game don't look nothing crazy, but he do got his wide receiver back, and I think that they will be even more scarier when Rashee Rice gets back. But as far as the Baltimore Ravens, they kind of in a similar situation with the Bengals, like John said. But I don't know, man. I don't because they're back up Cooper Rush. He's a professional, but he isn't. He's not Lamar. And with Lamar on the field, is more eyes on Derrick Henry, and I feel like they can try to stop the rush, and then it's gonna be full out blitzes, and I don't think Cooper Rush is ready for all that. So, and then they have their wide receiver core isn't that strong, even though they have looked better this year. But I'm curious to see how that looks. They play a great Texans team next week. In that defense, but they don't score the ball as well. But starting off with the Texans, we'll see how that goes. But who I'm pulling for, John.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there because I wouldn't say a great Texans team. Um, y'all did beat up on the Titans this week, but it was the Titans. But man, yeah, the Ravens, dog. I mean, their defense looks bad. Kind of because they're decimated with injuries. Matabike they just ruled him out for the season with a neck injury. Kyle Van Noy has been out. They lost Nate Wiggins yesterday and Marlon Humphrey. So they just going through some injuries right now. But I mean, their defense isn't the same defense that we used to seeing from the Ravens, that's for sure. We used to them playing with an edge, playing with like a team would never just dominate them on defense like we've been seeing these past 3 or 4 weeks. So I mean, they're gonna have to get that fixed for sure. Even if Lamar's there, they're gonna have to get that fixed. I think the offensive line has looked bad too because Lamar's been getting sacked, and at rates we've never seen him get sacked before. He got sacked 7 times last week, and then I forgot how many times he got sacked against the Chiefs. So they got some issues that they need to fix for sure. Um, like you said, Cooper Rush, he's gonna keep them in game, but he ain't gonna be the reason that they win games, if that makes sense, like Lamar would. But so they better hope that Lamar can get healthy as quickly as possible before this season gets away from him. As far as the Chiefs go, I feel like you, Eddie. I feel like Mahomes. We've seen the Mahomes that we are supposed to see, the Mahomes that we used to seeing. And I think that Worthy being back kind of like added that explosive element back to the offense. Something that they was missing desperately with him being out and Rashee Rice being out as well. But I think that the Ravens are a professional team, and the Chiefs did look good against them. So you got to give them credit there. It's just gonna be interesting to see what the offense looks like when Rashee Rice gets back. That's when it can get kind of scary because they're gonna have a full arsenal of weapons. But I think this is something that they can build on for sure after a unusual start to the season for them.
Our next topic, the Giants face the Chargers in MetLife Stadium, and Malik Nabers has a torn ACL. The Giants ended up winning the game. Jackson Dart had a good performance. What did y'all think about that performance?
Um, I think Dart. I think I've been saying it. We've all pretty much been saying. I feel like Dart. He was ready to just for the opportunity, and when he got the opportunity, he just showed out and did what he's supposed to do. He is the future of the Giants, I think, at quarterback, and he did look good. Him and Scatterboo. So I definitely think that duo will be a great duo for the next few years. As far as that stadium, I think it's time to just talk about it, have those conversations. OBJ came out and said it on Instagram, and he just listed all the players that have been hurt on that field, and they said that the turf is the problem, and they have to just talk to them about just getting the grass in there. I know the NFL might not want to do that because it is going to be a lot of money to do that and maintain it every single week. But it just too many injuries happen, too many big key players getting hurt, and I feel like it's not fair to players. That they're not safe out there, and they can't play freely. And Players should be able to just go out there without having to worry about how they cut and how they jumping and coming down with a potential season-ending injury, which it is for Malik. So I really hate to see it, and I really hope that the NFL do something about it real soon.
Yeah, man. Um, I think as far as Jackson Dart goes, I've been on here calling for Russ to get benched for a while now. I think that that was a good spark for their team. Being able to get some fresh legs in there. His numbers didn't stand out. They don't stand out on the page as wow, he had this great game. But like, I think the way he played with confidence and was ran the ball and he went head on into these tackles like he wasn't looking to slide, which I mean I kind of don't recommend, because this is the NFL and you ain't playing at Ole Miss no more. You will get you're gonna find out real quick if you don't learn how to slide. But my thing is, and I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this, today on ESPN is that he came in and he provided a spark for them, but like it kind of gives you, some reminiscence of when Aaron Rodgers went down. They won the game that night, but they basically lost the war, if that makes sense, because after he went down, their season was basically a wash. And you kind of feel like that, with Malik Nabers because he was the one always out there making plays, and that's his number one receiver. I hope it's not that way, but it kind of feels that way because your star player is out. But I think that their defense is good enough to keep them in games. It's just gonna be, what the offense can do without Malik Neighbors. But as far as the field goes at MetLife, man, like Eddie said, we've seen players go down in the past. Aaron Rodgers with the Achilles, Nick Bosa with an ACL one year, and we've seen OBJ come out and talk about, that they need to change the field. And Eddie said, it may be too much money for them to keep up with the grass. Every week like that. But I mean, it's the NFL. They got the money to do it. If anybody got the money to do it, it's them. And they always talk about and preach about player safety, but y'all not making an effort to go change these fields to grass fields after pretty much every player is calling for that change to happen. So I think that's something they definitely gonna have to look into. Will they look into it? Probably not, because they are a business at the end of the day. So they're trying to make more money than spend money. But it's something that they need to do, because if they really care about the players, that's something the players been advocating for a long time.
Yeah, I agree with y'all. We all pretty much said that all of the things that I agree with, so we can move on to the next topic. Giants got their first win, and the Houston Texans actually got a win this week. How do we feel about that? I mean, I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. I didn't think it was the most impressive win. It was 6-0 all the way into the third quarter, and then we finally, showed that we know how to score points under Nick Caley. So I was excited to see that. The rookies got more involved, and I was happy to come away with the win, but I still had a little bit more that I desire, and hopefully I see in the future. But what was y'all thoughts on it?
Hey man, in this league, wins are hard to come by. So a win is a win. We finally in the winning column, and I'm happy. Let's just build. I just want to build off this. Like you said, it was rough. The 6-0 was just horrible, and it's against the Titans. So I was expecting for just us to be more dominant. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's the NFL team, so we can't take anyone lightly. And I think the Titans deserve more respect. Cam Ward did look like a rookie, but he didn't play as bad as people think. But as for the Texas, man, we still got a lot of work to do. The O line still needs some work. But I still want Caleb to be gone. He is still a problem. So I don't think when here solves that problem, that the big problem that we have. But I'm happy for this week. We know we got to win. Looking on to Baltimore next week, a team that we can beat now that Lamar is not going to play. We think, but I just want to build, man. It's just that wins. It's slowly but surely. It's a marathon, not a race. So hopefully we just stay in the right direction. But the defense look good as always, in my opinion. But we still got some work to do.
I have no thoughts. I did not watch the game, so therefore I cannot speak on something that I did not watch. And until then, I'm just cooling in the cut, man, until my Saints find out how to get a win. We were there. We was almost there against Buffalo. Chris Olave. I don't know why we running, Philly specials, letting Chris Olave throw the ball like he a quarterback or something, like he ever been a quarterback in his life. But yeah, man, I'm just here. Just here, bro.
Then I was really excited for y'all though, bro. I thought y'all was gonna steal that win, bro. Honestly,
I don't need excitement, man. I don't need excitement. I need
you
wins.
wins, huh?
I need wins, bro.
No, you said last week, you said we both have, we were similar and just on not having no wins, but hey, the tides have changed, man. Now
Hey,
you don't
if I
have no
play the Titans,
it's
I
wrong
win
move.
too. If I play the Titans, I win too.
I don't know, man. They not that bad. Pollard look good.
They ain't that bad, huh?
No.
All right. All right, buddy.
I guess. I mean, I didn't think the Titans was that bad, but I mean, we shut them out for the first time in almost 15 years, so that's pretty bad. But I mean, we'll see when we play
Of course,
whatever's left of them.
y'all ain't gonna say the Titans ain't that bad to make y'all win look good, but I mean, hey, whatever helps y'all sleep at night, bro.
And then it's a division game, so they go play harder. Come
Oh
on.
man, goodbye.
Take that into account too,
No, but
John.
y'all playing a rookie quarterback, bro. A rookie
Okay.
quarterback.
Jackson Dart look good.
All right.
Right?
But he was throwing the ball to what? Malik Nabers?
No, he wasn't.
He went down.
He was throwing to it at one time. Meanwhile, Cam Ward throwing to Calvin Ridley.
And Eric Allemeyer.
And he a rookie. So
He look good too.
Where we going with this?
You look good too. Because you're rookie, what that mean? Because you're rookie, that mean what, you can't play?
Nah, but it mean he a rookie.
All right.
Well, I mean, hey, a win is a win. We could move on. But a question that I have for y'all as we're at the quarter mark of the season, what do y'all feel like is the thing that surprised y'all the most so far? Or thing that has y'all interested the most?
I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna just say what's been surprising to me the most is the coach, the way the coach been playing. Like, I didn't expect them to be, this team that was competing, be 3-1 going into, 4 games into the season. Daniel Jones looking like a true quarterback, leading that team to victories. They just been playing so well with all the pieces that they got around them, and the defense has been playing good as well. So that's kind of my surprise of the season. Like, I didn't expect that out of them. They always had the pieces, but they just needed the quarterback to kind of put it together. And it looked like they found that with Daniel Jones, and he looks like a whole different quarterback than what we've seen in New York. And I know they lost yesterday to the Rams 27-20, but if you think about it, they really should have won that game if A.D. Mitchell don't drop the ball going in the end zone, So, man, the Colts have been very surprising to me, and I'm looking forward to watching them for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, the AFC South, man, something people sleep on it. The team that has surprised me the most is another team on the AFC South, and the Jaguars, man. The Jaguars 3-1. The AFC South is looking real different. Texans in the middle, and the Titans at the bottom. But it just, hey, don't sleep on the AFC South, man. We got some hitters over there too, and hopefully my Texans get back at the top soon.
Yeah, hopefully. I would say the thing that's surprising me the most, the Broncos, and mostly not just the Broncos. I feel like Bo Nix. Like, I thought he would be having a way better year, and I don't think that he's having that year. I mean, I have him on fantasy, and he hasn't paid me any dividends. Like, I really thought this was his breakout year, but he really isn't showing that. Another surprise. I mean, I ain't even gonna speak on that surprise, so we can move on. But coming up after the break, we'll talk about some college football and some other things. Maybe early look at the MLB playoffs. Y'all stick around. We'll be right back.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Welcome to the World of Sports podcast, man. We're going to jump right into it. College football week 5 had some amazing games, some big-time upsets in the top 10. but nothing hits closer to home than LSU Ole Miss. LSU took a tough loss to Ole Miss and dropped 9 spots in the poll to announcing at number 13 after sitting number 4 previously. Fellas, what was y'all thoughts on the game? Give a little recap of what y'all thought how the game went, man. The floor is yours.
I was just a little, a little very disappointed watching them boys, man. Um, but I will say this is a good loss for us. It's early. It's an SEC team that will be ranked. I believe in the top 12 for the playoff. So I think that this, when we go back and look at it, this would be a good loss. I don't think that we should have lost, but if we had to lose anybody, I'm okay with this one. But looking at the game, they not gonna agree with me on this. But on the last possession, although the defense played well, in an obvious run situation, I think the defense has to do a way better job of tackling. Y'all know it's a run. They're not gonna throw the ball. They're trying to kill the clock. Why are we still in zone? Why are we not containing? Why are we not blitzing and making the tackle so we can get the ball back and at least give ourselves a chance? As Bryce like to say, just give them a chance. Now, what was bad that I say is that we lost AA. I don't know how long he gonna be out. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. He come back soon. I believe his elbow because it had a wrap or something. But Nuts did send him a hospital ball. Nuts was selling a lot of balls. He did, and they say this was the healthiest he's been all season. So I feel like pause, John. Pause. But we got children on this podcast, man. Usually they like to say it's me with the pause, but anyways, Nuts he was setting a lot of footballs. I feel like he had to I don't know, he played better hurt to me because I don't know. I mean Nuts is my guy. I'm not one to switch up on him, but he can't move. He's a true pocket passer. That's the issue in itself. But we couldn't establish the run. I don't think we should run the ball at all, in my opinion. Because we gotta get first down, we gotta keep the ball moving. We can't run, so let's abandon the run. Abandon the run. Then when we do run, they wait too long to try to establish it. And now we're playing catch up. So I feel like, hey, if we're not gonna run it early, then just throw it every play. Do the screen. Because while we run, we throw it on first down, run, get 1 yard, then we in third and 9. Then what? We get a field goal or a punt. So it's not looking good. Just throw the ball. We got better chance of doing that. That's how I feel.
Man, that might have been your worst take you ever gave on this show, man. You said, first of all, you start off and say it's the defense fault. After the quarterback and the offense ain't put up no points all day, the defense dang near had to score the touchdowns for them. Then number two, you say uh, they don't need to run the ball at all. They need to just throw the ball all game. They trying that right now and it ain't working. So I mean, I don't know how you could say that. In my opinion, this game, I think Nuss is putting us in a situation where it's like, if you hurt, I don't feel like you should play because you're putting us at a detriment. I mean, that pass to Chris Hilton, if he throws that a little bit further, that's a touchdown. Like, in certain situations, you could tell in his mechanics, he's pulling back on some of them throws because he's got the rib injury or the abdomen injury, however they want to call it. After the game, he said he don't want to talk about it. So I think personally, if you don't want to talk about it and you don't want us to talk about it, then sit down if you're not going to play how you normally play. Like that, I can't have this type of performance. I mean, you look on the other side of the ball, that quarterback was balling. He was doing everything that he needed to do to win. So if we don't want us to make excuses, then don't act like you hurt out there. Go play how you know how to play.
Let me go ahead and get it all out. Since I got the platform. You know, man, it's this offense, bro. I'm putting up blame totally on the offense. Everyone talk about on the last play the defense, man. You magnifying a small issue compared to what the bigger issue is, the offense. The offensive line can't protect Nuts for one. Ole Miss was getting home with 3-man rushes. The offense then became so predictable. We ran the ball 9 times in the first half. So you know what? They only gonna send three. And if they could get home with three, why not send three and drop 8 when you know they're gonna pass the ball 70% of the time? So that the play calling in itself is stupid. We we can't run the ball because we don't try to run the ball. 9 times in one half is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. We ran 56 plays. 56. 56 plays, bro. Like that's pitiful, man. 56 plays the whole game, dog. Like we just got dominated on offense, bro. Like, and then Nuts, like Brack said, if you hurt, man, just sit out because it's so many throws that, bro, you underthrowing the ball. Like I would rather have maybe Michael Van Buren ain't what Nuts is, but guess what? I would take him 100% over a 50% Nuts
Yeah.
when he could because guess what? When the play break down, Michael Van Buren gonna use his legs.
Mhm.
Nuss ain't gonna use his leg, and that's what hurt us because we can't run the ball. We can't run the ball, and we
That's
don't have a quarterback that could use the element of his legs to get us out of some of these situations, bro. And in my opinion, the defense played good, but when your offense only run 56 plays and you gas because Ole Miss just killing you with tempo, 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 tempo. I mean, you can only ask for so much. If you being honest, the defense kept us in the game. If we being honest, because it was times Ole Miss looked like they was gonna go score the ball, like on that pass to Lee, and Halsey punched it out at the goal line. That kept us in the game. Why we didn't go get points on these turnovers that we getting? You know what I'm saying? PJ Woodland catch an interception. Why we didn't go get points on that? We did, but it was what 3 points. I told y'all when we was watching the game, 3 points wasn't gonna get the job done. We had to score a touchdown. And this offense, man, Brian Kelly keep talking about, you know, we got to get it together. We got to get it together, man. When are you gonna step in for this play calling that we seeing? It's no way that you can run the ball 9 times and think that's an acceptable way to win a football game. There's no way your offense could run 56 plays and think that's going to be acceptable to win a football game. We're relying too much on the defense right now, and if we keep doing that, bro, we ain't going to win. We got we got South Carolina coming up, Vanderbilt, who is undefeated, coming up. Then we got Texas A&M, then Bama. These next 4 games are crucial to what our season is going to turn out to be. So if they don't figure out a way over this bye week to get this offense clicking, LSU going to be in trouble.
I think we're already in trouble. And I want to clarify something. I'm not saying the blame is on the defense. I know the blame is on the offense, but I'm saying in an obvious running situation, we gotta stop the ball, stop the
Man,
run.
that's one issue, bro.
I get it.
We wouldn't be in that predicament of the offense score points, though.
You're
That's
right.
okay. So why you magnifying one issue, one little detail that the defense did? Like the defense ain't keep us in the game.
That's fine, but they keep us in the game. So at this point, we know sometimes you got to go out and win the game too. So I need you to.
Hey, bro, what they did the last 3 weeks?
I
They
understand.
they
I
caught 5
understand.
picks against DJ Lagwing and we scored 20 points.
And we
13
won,
on
right?
offense,
We won.
13 on offense, though.
So
Okay, you can't expect that from them every week, bro.
I
That's
understand.
putting too much on them, bro. That's
It
putting
is,
too
but
much on them.
they knew what they signed up for, bro.
Man,
They
stop
know
it.
the
So
offense wasn't gonna
so
be.
you telling me going into the season they knew this offense was gonna be trash? That what
They
you
knew the
telling me?
offense wasn't gonna be
That,
nothing
that what you
like
telling me? That
2019.
what you telling me? That what you telling me?
They knew there
Going
wasn't gonna be
into,
no 2019
but they,
offense
but
or
did they?
2022.
Hey, but did they expect if did they expect that? Okay, we catch 5 picks against Florida, we gonna score 13 points on offense. Did they know that coming into the season? You talking about what they
Probably
signed
not to
up
that,
for?
probably not to that extent, but
Man,
they knew they were gonna have a huge load.
Man, stop it, man. We went and got receiver after receiver in the portal. So we expected to put up points. Why we not putting up points? We went and got offensive lineman after offensive lineman in the portal. Some of the top guys in the portal, according to these ranking services, and we can't run the ball.
Well,
So
whoever
there's
did the
no way
rankings,
they
that's the
expected that.
problem.
It's no way they expected that. The play calling is bad, and the offensive line is bad. It's like, I don't know, bro. I ain't putting it on defense. You putting this on the defense after the
Oh, I'm not
defense.
putting on the defense. I'm saying they know what they
What
in
you
for.
saying?
This the thing.
But let me ask you something. You saying they knew what they were signing up for, bro? After the defense, after what we seen on defense the last couple of years, you expecting the defense to go win games for us, bro?
After the first game, yes.
Man, but look
Yes.
who we played though. We played Clemson, a team that we thought was gonna be good. But looking back at it now, is Clemson the team that we thought they was gonna be?
At the time, yes, but no.
No,
At
answer
the
not.
time.
Answer. That's not answering my question. I asked you. Looking back on it now, is the Clemson the team we thought they was gonna be?
But listen, once you
Man,
lose,
answer the question. Yes or no? Yes
I'm
or
answering.
no?
I'm
Yes or
answering.
no? No, you're
And it's
not,
not
bro.
it's
You
not it's not
avoiding
a
the
yes or
question.
no. This is an open answer. It's a short answer. It's
Man, I'm done with you, man. You got it, bro.
a lot, bro. There's a lot to go into it, bro.
You
It's
got
not
it,
that
bro.
simple,
You
bro.
got it. You got
I put it to y'all like this. The first 4 games of the season, our defense was ranked top 4. If you would have told our offense that coming into the season, we would have thought we was winning a championship. But with the way the offense is looking now, I can't say that because they look like the defense's version of what they was last year. They just as bad. So it's like, I mean, you increased in one area and then you got a deficit in another area. So it's just a bad situation. But we ain't gonna only talk about LSU. Let's talk about the other games. What y'all think about Bama versus Georgia? I thought that was a good game.
That was a great game. I'm so happy that Georgia lost, man. 'Cause I got this guy I work with. He always, trying to hype up Georgia and talk about Georgia better than LSU. LSU got, just a couple good players in the field. I'm so happy they lost. But for Bama, I just feel like they show that they can still be a top team in the threat to win it all. Like I said, I don't think this is a scary Alabama team. But I do think that they show that they have enough to get it done.
Yeah, I think that that loss to Florida State was definitely a wake up call for them because they looked like a totally different team. They were well balanced on offense. The offense looked like it was clicking against a good a Georgia defense that we expect to be one of the top in the country every year. So I think that they that was a wake up call for them. Their defense played good as well. But a game that I was very intrigued by was Penn State and Oregon, man. Like that game went down to the wire. Um, they went to overtime. Penn State fought back after they was down, what, 2 scores at one point, and they fought back to bring it to overtime. And but Oregon always found, they found a way to win. And Dante Moore looked excellent in that game. He looked like a NFL caliber quarterback in that game. So I was very impressed by what they did. But but I'm telling you, go back and watch the highlights. Dante Moore played
I
great.
watched the whole game, not the highlights. I
Played
watched the
great.
whole
He
game.
played great. He played great.
Great.
He played great, bro. Against a Penn State one of the top defenses in the country, on the road in Happy Valley, doing a whiteout game. That was a great performance by him. He led their team to a victory. So, I mean, that's how I feel about it. I think that was a good game, and I think Oregon is one of the real deal teams that can go and win the championship for sure. Because the way that they been dominating teams before they got to Penn State, and then to go to Penn State doing a whiteout game at night and pull that victory out, I'm very impressed by Oregon.
Yeah, that was definitely an impressive win by Oregon. To the Bama game that we were talking about, I think this was a huge win for DeBoer because I mean, I feel like people was questioning if Bama was going to be a team to watch out for, especially under him. He's got a hard act to follow in Nick Saban, but at least this will push back and show like he can win some big games. So I think that'll be good. That was good for them as well.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
agree.
before we move on, what y'all think about these rankings? Like Florida State lost to Virginia in overtime, and they dropped 9 spots to what, 18, I think. Meanwhile,
Mhm.
Bama jumped to 10th after beating Georgia, but didn't Florida State beat Georgia? I mean Alabama though. So I mean, I don't think Florida State should have dropped all the way to no 18, bro.
Yeah.
The
I,
overtime loss against Virginia.
I agree with you. But I feel like it just because it's against Virginia and Alabama's win was against Georgia. That's honestly what I think it came down to is just Florida State. That was a bad loss for them, and it's no way they should have lost that game. But that's kudos to Virginia. and how they prepared and they came out. But for the state, I feel like they're not out of it yet. I still think the offense is really good. Now the defense, I don't know, is up in there. But as far as the other teams, I feel like Penn State was fair. Oregon's fair. Miami, I feel like they didn't deserve to move down, but it is what it is. And as far as LSU, I was expecting us to be like at 10 or 11 because we did lose to, the top team in Ole Miss. And them they just basically switched positions with us
So
at 4. So I don't know. It's kind of tough.
it's all opinion based, in my opinion, bro.
Yeah.
Especially the poll.
Yeah, I think with more of these teams starting to play each other and the wins, like with the way the conferences are set up, it's really just going to be depending on who you think or who you like, which teams you look at. Because I mean, I can say Ole Miss beat us, but I don't know if they're a top four team. Like that's just I
Yeah.
don't know. It's a lot of discrepancies in it, but
Yeah.
As
But
long as we stay in
yeah,
that top 12, I'm cool with it. As long as we stay in top 12 when it's playoff time.
gotta win. We gotta win, man.
Yeah.
Game, but that Florida State and Miami game is gonna be one I'm gonna have my eyes on this weekend for sure. For sure. Um, all right, man. We're gonna get into some baseball, man. Baseball is about to be in the midst of the playoffs starting Tuesday. Ed is shaking his head because the Astros they was in it, and then they fell out it. Which teams are y'all most excited to see in during this playoff run? And give me y'all World Series predictions.
I would say right now the team that's surprising me is the Seattle Mariners. I mean, they got the my pick for MVP and Cal Riley. So I mean, for a catcher to have that many home runs, I think that's just like a just that's just something you don't see that often. So I'm interested to see how far they go. Also, the Dodgers, just for the simple fact, I mean, they a 3 seed right now, but I think you can't ever sleep on them. So I think it'll be interesting to see how far they go. So I'll pick the Dodgers to make it, and I'm gonna go with the MVP. So Dodgers versus Mariners.
I agree with you with the Mariners for sure. Kyle Riley, he's different for sure. I do like the Yankees, man. I can't never just go against Aaron Judge and them boys they got over there. But for my selection, I think I'm gonna go with Seattle and the Phillies. The Phillies have been great all year. And I don't think they're gonna stop when it's playoff time. They got a great team over there. They got chemistry. They hit the ball real well, pitch real well. So that's my favorite to win it all for sure.
Yeah, a team like I said, I like the Mariners. I think the Mariners are a good team to be on the lookout for, just because of what they acquired. They acquired some good pieces at the trade deadline to go along with Kyle Riley. Um, but a team that I'm excited to see is probably the Brewers, because the Brewers were the best team in baseball throughout the regular season, and that's so I'm just excited to see what they do. Can they carry it over into the playoffs? I'm also always excited to watch the Yankees. I don't really have a favorite baseball team, but if I did, it probably would be the Yankees, just because of their storied tradition and what always comes with them. They're expected to perform in the playoffs. So I'm uh I'm interested to see that, and I wouldn't be mad at a World Series rematch from last year with the Dodgers and the Yankees, because I think that the Yankees need to get retribution for how they were handled last year in the World Series. But they're gonna have to clean up some things. They always have trouble closing out games, which is why they went and acquired some pieces for their bullpen at the trade deadline. So if they can close out games and the Dodgers can be the Dodgers, I wouldn't be mad at seeing a World Series rematch from last year.
Yeah, I agree with you on that statement. Just because, like, just seeing how the rematch, I mean, how the finals or the World Series was last year, uh, just those two coveted franchises going at it, it really felt like a big thing. They had like Ice Cube coming out then, what was it, Fat Joe coming out before the for the match, like for the game, like it was just crazy. So I think those type of things is good for the sport. So I think having two big teams is good. If it's like more teams that's less recognized, it may not be that big of a
Right. Kind of like the NBA, like
yeah.
Oklahoma and Indiana. Like, people, we watched it, but it wasn't like something we were salivating over. versus like of the Lakers and the Celtics would have been in the finals. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, y'all. It's time for the best part of the show with the Black Spotlight. Today, for my Black Spotlight, I'm going to select Drewski and Kevin Hart. Two of the funniest people in the world, man. Every time I cut them on, I just get to laughing and crying and just reposting all this stuff, man. Every time they get out, I know where to go. But just seeing these black people where they get so much criticism for everything they do, man. It's good to see, especially Kevin Hart, how long he's been in the game, from stand up to, one of the best actors we've seen in a long, long time. Just as far as his role, he's so versatile, so you see him and you think it'd just be a funny role, but no, he has some crazy moves where he's just being serious, and sometimes it's crazy to see, like, just looking at him coming from the with the mic on the stage to behind the scenes and seeing him on screen. It's amazing to see, and I love to see him, and I'm happy for him. You know, I think he's a billionaire, so just happy to see that as well, man. Just black man winning. So, and Drewski, he on tour as well right now with his comedy stand up. So and he got his show. Could have been Love. Season 2 coming out. Season 3, I believe, maybe. Well, he cast him for season 3. But just let us see it and everything he doing on social media, man. So salute to them boys, and that's what I picked today for my Black Spotlight.
Yeah, yeah, major props to them, of course, doing their thing in a comedic world. I'm gonna go with for my black spotlight, Darren Watkins Jr., aka I Show Speed. He's doing his streaming tour where he's going to all 50 states, I believe, and he's just doing this thing, man. Speed, it's kind of crazy to see where he come from, because I remember when Speed first came out as this little, this little knucklehead kid, and he was streaming, and now he's like a global icon. He's been all over to Brazil and all these different countries, and just to see the amount of fans that come out to see him, it's like almost kind of like Michael Jackson, like just to see how many people come out to see a streamer. So, I think that I've been seeing clips every now and then of his tour that he's doing around the country right now. Like I seen one with him and Devin Booker last night where they were showcasing Devin Booker's warehouse, which was fire, by the way. Like I liked how he had that set up, and just seeing him in New Orleans recently and going to the LSU game. I think that's great to see that he's putting spotlight on all these different states and showcasing what these different states have. So that's my black spotlight, and I hope that he continues doing his thing and continues to have success.
Yeah, man, y'all pick good black spotlights. I'll also be watching Drewski and Kevin Hart. They are funny as you know what. And John Speed, yeah, he is definitely entertaining as well as far as some of the sports stuff that I be seeing him do, and then like I mean the streams that I see as well. I actually am gonna switch my pick for black spotlight. My black spotlight for this week is Darren Waller. I'm gonna explain. He came back from retirement. He was dealing with a lot. Like if y'all, I don't know if y'all was interested in his journey, but he went through divorce. He like took some time away from the sport and was going through some things mentally, and then came back tonight and scored 2 touchdowns. So like that's what it's all about. People go through things all the time, but can you come back and have good performances? And he showed that he could do that. So that's the type of stuff that I admire and people around the world should admire. So that's my black spotlight for the week.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to him, man. He did his thing tonight, 2 touchdowns. I texted y'all earlier. I was like, is he all the way back? Because to me, honestly, he looked like the Darren Waller of old. What we seen in Las Vegas with Derek Carr. So, shout out to him, man, for sure.
Yeah, man, I definitely think, he may be back, John. I don't know. I think it's too early to say, but he definitely was needed tonight for them boys, and he definitely showed up and showed out. So I'm happy to see that for him. And Brax, that was definitely an appropriate switch. Late minute switch, man. Kudos to you.
Fact. Hey, he might step up too. With Tyreek being out, he gonna have to step up as an option for Tua. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be him and Jalen Waddle for sure. Yeah, but man, we appreciate y'all for sticking around with us, hanging with us, man. Our first late night pod in a while, man. Once again, we appreciate y'all. We want y'all to keep continuing to support us, keep continuing to watch, like and subscribe, man. We appreciate it all. And until next week, man, y'all keep it locked here to Welcome to the World Sports Podcast.